This is the Conscious Hour, and every once in a while I'll turn on the mainstream news and see what it's saying, and then I immediately turn it off because it's like they ask questions. Well, how did we get into this position, and why are we at war? And I'm going, hello. Like Nicole Wallace, for example, has covered almost every war that's been around in modern history, and she's asking some of the dumbest questions. Well, think of it this way. When 93% of your Congress is loyal to Netanyahu, when they give standing ovations, when Netanyahu came at the start of this war in Congress back in 24, it's obvious who runs the country. And so I want you to watch this, and then I'm going to be very critical of Nicole. Yeah, because what she's countering is illogical. And Chris Murphy's going to answer a question, but I'm going to lay out the truth. And the fact that, is our intelligence agencies this dumb? Am I the only smart one in the room? But anyways, let's get into this one. It's very concerning to me that we're that ignorant, or we're just covering our arses because we got caught being loyal to a foreign nation.
And if you think sweeping them is easy, think again.
The Strait of
Mine
Hormuz.
countermeasures are the slowest, most tedious naval operation on Earth. It would take weeks, if not months, to clear the strait, even if Iran stopped laying them today. But Iran isn't stopping. They are laying them faster than the U.S. can claim to destroy them. And while we're on the subject of U.S. naval limitations, let's address the elephant in the room: the inability to escort ships. The White House is now drawing up options. Options. After starting a war, they are now drawing up options on how to keep oil flowing. This is the level of strategic planning we are dealing with. Senator Chris Murphy basically laughed at them, saying the administration has no plan and doesn't know how to get the strait open safely. And they don't, because any attempt to escort a tanker right now is an act of war that Iran is fully prepared to meet.
What is the reason, if the nuclear program isn't the reason, as poor Ted Cruz, I never thought I'd put those three words together, is over there talking about nukes? And we know that the intelligence did not suggest that an attack was imminent from Iran. What is left? Why are we at war with Iran?
Great question. Yeah, great question. I mean, the simplest explanation, might be the one that they gave 24 hours in, that they've kind of tried to backtrack since then, which is that Israel made us do it. That Bibi decided on this timeline. Netanyahu decided he wanted to attack, and he convinced Trump to join him by scaring Trump into believing that U.S. assets in the region would be at risk, and so Trump was better off just joining Netanyahu. I hope that isn't the full explanation, but...
Let's stop it right there. Excuse me, Chris. I don't know why my TV's fluctuating like that. Why are you covering your ass? You funded this. Congress funds this, yes. Congress has been supporting Israel for how long? 93 to 97% of Congress is compromised, and you're coming out with a statement like that? Wow. How did we get here? Why did we go to war with Iran? When you've been talking about Iran as being this brutal country that's dangerous, and they're killing their own people, this shit's been going on for 20 years, 30 years. And now you're coming back to say, oh, well, we didn't know anything about it. I mean, we just don't understand geopolitics. Oh, give me a break. Let's keep getting into this.
You're right. As we are now hearing that the nuclear program is not part of their targeting campaign, as we're now more confident that even harder line leadership is taking hold, as the Strait of Hormuz is still being shut down, even as we get their Navy, what's left as the explanation? It might just be that Israel forced our hand. And how weak does that make the United States look? How weak are we if our allies can force us into wars of choice that are bad for U.S. national security interests?
Oh my
If the
God.
US
Wait, I gotta stop right here, folks. Every war we've been in, from Iraq on, it's been CIA, Mossad. So every one of our elected officials know this. Chris Murphy knows this. And now they're going, oh, we're all exposed. Yes, you're exposed. Every one of you. If there's 93% of Congress that's compromised, maybe it's 97%. I heard a number was 97, 93 I'm safe with. Well, let's say it's 97% or 93%. Every one of them need to be voted out. Why? Because you see those ships there? You see this massive military industrial complex we built with these missiles that cost $1 million, $2 million, Reaper drones that cost $350 million or whatever the numbers are? Astronomical amount of massive profits for these corporations. And it's, what is it? It's gangster capitalism. It's gangster military. It's the cartels, the military industrial complex, going out there and waging wars so these corporations can make massive profits. Look at their bottom line, folks. Why are we sitting here playing dumb when, oh, well, we're at war again in Iran, this is a terrible country, and they're killing their own people? It's all bullshit. And Nicole Wallace, ABC, NBC, Fox News, all of them are part of the propaganda machine. It's just unreal. And they're the ones that did one other thing. October 7th was an unprovoked attack. And they beat that drum, and they still beat that drum. And then we have Anthony Blinken, who was supposed to be working on a ceasefire, my ass. He did absolutely nothing. Working on a ceasefire. What do you mean working on a ceasefire? All you got to do is say, hey, we don't want you to kill the Palestinian people. Stop. We aren't going to give you any more funding. But we kept funding them and funding them and funding them in the billions and billions of dollars. And we could have spent that money at home. Just think what America would be. Oh, Donald Trump is coming in. I'm going to make America great again. Good. Shut down the military-industrial complex, take all that tax money and put it into America. And by the way, close your damn detention centers and you're building your concentration camps. You got 22 you're putting up with incinerators. You see what the problem we're in right now? We're focused on this war over here. We should be focusing on what's happening internally to our country at the same time. And we aren't even talking about that. But now we're talking about the Epstein files. We need to talk about that because that's the dirt. That's the leverage that the CIA, Mossad have on them. Hillary Clinton, all of them are compromised. Every one of them are compromised. So what are we going to do, folks? We need to speak out. You need to pick up the phone and tell your congressional representatives, tell them one thing. You got us into this mess. You have no ability to get us out of this mess. We've already lost hundreds of billions of dollars in fucking material that we've just been shipping around the world and blowing things up, including the Ukraine war. And what are you doing for us? What are you doing for us? We elected you to represent us, and what do? You do absolutely the opposite. You represent the military-industrial cartels. So it's time, folks, for us all to come together and say, flush the toilet, drain the swamp. This is a conscious hour. It's our conscious hour. It's your conscious hour. Get out, speak up, shut it down. And by the way, shut ICE down. Shut DHS down. Hey, Congress, you got the power. Use it. You tell Congress. Congress says the National Guard, you're in the streets, you're protecting everyone's constitutional rights to protest. There'll be no ICE. ICE can go do whatever it wants. And by the way, Homeland Security is in the pedophilia business, folks. Yeah. That's why it's been going on for a long time. It's time for a revolution, conscious revolution, don't you think? This is the Conscious Hour. Speak out, make your phone call, get active, because if you don't, you won't like what the future looks like. Think of your kids. Speak out. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and donate to the 501c3 so I can start doing some marketing to get my voice out further and further and further, because I'm an analyst. I am a modeler. I sit down and look at everything and then I lay out the solutions for it. Yeah, been doing this all my life. Putting the puzzle together, and now we're here. Let's shut it down. This is the Conscious Hour. Thanks for tuning in.